Welcome back guys, and it's time to use Trickster. Mission 3 is a little different from the previous two in that we finally have some different levels to work with and progression to take advantage of. There's only one mandatory fight in the mission, but this doesn't give anywhere near enough enemies to fulfill either the orb or style requirements, so you need to seek out some extra enemies. The location for this is either the alley you spawn in or by heading back to the Mission 2 area. Thanks to the freedom of movement you're given, I can abuse this somewhat. By clearing out the first wave of each section, I can rack up the style and orbs I need without taking risks on the harder waves to come. This mission is generous with its orb drops, so there's some downtime while I smash stuff. But this serves a secondary purpose of clearing out the level of clutter, so I have a lot of room to work with in the upcoming fight. Although they're a pretty easy enemy to avoid, sloths have absolutely mountains of health, so you want to weaken them as much as possible before they go devil trigger. The sloths on their own don't present much of a threat, but when combined with lusts they do. The main focus of this room is killing lusts as soon as they spawn. Each sloth you kill spawns a lust, and each lust you kill spawns a sloth, till everything in the room is active. So an alternating order to immediately clear the lusts and leave the sloths free to take a beating is what I aim for, but it doesn't always work out that way. This fight is a little different from most others in the game because of the level design and the camera. By standing in certain places, such as on the stage or in the corners, the camera goes in tight and limits the number of enemies you have to fight. Enemies won't attack from off screen, although sloths can teleport to you without attacking. It's usually only a small reprieve till they're back on you, but any second you can get to attack really is important. I get really lucky in the corner here. Every enemy piling up with this probably shaves entire minutes off the fight. Although the sloths are pretty easy, they have absurd HP and this saves me spending an age chasing them down individually. Now to talk about Cerberus. To put it simply, I don't like this guy very much, and he doesn't stack up very well with the rest of the game. He's the only boss with a blatant cheese strat like this one, and the only boss I wouldn't feel guilty using it on, because he has one of two completely random attacks I'm aware of in the entire game. Even if you play perfectly, he will rob you of runs with his Enraged Icicle Rain attack. It's the only reason I use Trickster, and the entire strategy for this guy revolves around killing the head that uses it as fast as possible, so you don't get randomed out. Once that head's gone, it's smooth sailing and your victory is all but guaranteed. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. I'll catch you guys next mission.